Welcome to Fishing Squad. Welcome back. Just pottering about in garage. Ready for another session, the final taupe session, the taupe attempt. I can't really call it a taupe session, can I? Because I haven't caught a taupe yet this year. Just knocking up a couple of extra rigs to top the rig supply up. Going in with single hooks again with that wire on them like we did in the previous video. It just works a treat. And I'll tell you what it does work really well with. It works really well with the old imps as well. I just bought some imps because I like the price of them in comparison to the Gemini splashdown. So yeah, they worked superb yesterday. I'm putting 2 rods out today for taupe. I'm going to fish big on both. Just try and make it happen basically. Truthfully, I always believe there's a chance, but truthfully I think I'm done. I think we're done. Things can change though, anything can happen. It only takes one fish. It's a real nip in the air today. But yeah, anything can happen still, but I think truthfully, hand on heart, it could be over and out. But we'll see. We'll be down there having a go. Plenty of bait, plenty of rigs, plenty of leads. And we'll be trying our hardest. So we'll see you at the mark. Right, we're down that westerly wind overnight. It's just put a bit of a swell on. It's still blowing west, swinging northwest. So it's a bit like west-northwest. But there's quite a swell on. There's more of a swell than what it looks like on camera. Yeah, we left some ground bait down. Some bits well bait down here in a bag to chop up. Seagulls have had the lot. Not a problem though. Yeah, it's not a bad day again. It don't look too bad. I think he'll fish all right, to be fair. We'll see how we get on. I'm going to put 2 big baits out today if it allows me. Tides are big, which I thought they were small. I misread the wrong weekend, but we were coming here anyway, so it didn't really matter. Sometimes the big tides can be quite awkward. I think we're going to have between 7 to 9 ounce on today. So, see how we get on. Can pull you around a bit too much if you've got 2 rods out. You end up fishing with 1, so yeah. Yeah, I'm going to chuck 1 out and see how it goes, like Jay's just said. So, see how we go. Right, first bait going out. Mackerel, squid, half a mackerel head side and squid. Instant action. That bait had been on the bottom about 5 or 10 minutes. And we got a bite straight away. We've got a side wind. It was difficult to detect any movement in your rod because obviously the wind's blowing it about. But you could differentiate between a bite and the wind like you normally can. It took a bit of line off the reel as well. I'm just going to try and land it. As you can see now when you look at the water, there's a lot more swell on than what it originally looked like on the initial intro to the video, if you like, the first section of the fishing part when we're down. With this, when you're landing fish like this, if they're under, probably up to £10, you can get away with it, especially with Ron Thompson accelerator you can. Just keep your line tight, as you can see. I'm making a big effort at making sure my line's tight to my rig and to the fish. Get it in, just lift her aboard. So just bringing her up the rocks.
It's only been in water about
quite
2
a placid
weeks,
husk this, even though it's moving about quite a bit in comparison to the ones I did in the previous video. It is. But what a start! Full of confidence after this. Well hooked as well. That she wasn't coming off. First bait up. Not bad at all. Get her up, get her put back. Yeah, not a bad start. That, happy with that. The bait must have been still frozen, honestly. I've showed you the bait on camera. I've let it hit bottom, and it must have just picked it up straight away, but it was difficult to detect the bite to start with because of the swell and the wind. When amongst your rod bouncing about in the wind, you could see the definitive bite, couldn't you, Jane? It took a bit of line off the reel as well. Line, didn't it? Yeah. So we've got the rise and drop on the seas picking up big time at the moment, but the sea's ebbing out, so we should be fine. And the wind's due to just swing a bit off the land, so yeah. Hopefully, sign of things to come. I'm going to tackle my second rod up now, I think. Full artillery out now. I've got 2 rods out. I've got one on Jay's tripod. Jay's got his rod out over there. I've got one here. Big baits. Last chance saloon for Mr. Topi Wopey. Roads on my own tripod now. Finally. Not much happening. The wind's, I think the wind's just eased, but there's some rain come over. Haven't had any bites. Bait's coming back chewed. So there's obviously something feeding, but nothing of any size, clearly. I think I have to put my bottoms on if this rain comes over any heavier. Just to be a bit warmer as well. See how we get on it. It's a little... the light level's about right to camera, isn't it, almost? It's probably a little bit darker, isn't it?
It's about right there.
Yeah. Well, I'm happy. I've just rebaited both rods. I'm happy with what I've got on. Full Joey mackerel, bit of squid on one of them, just plain on other, so... like we've done all year. Cast 3060. still no tote. Day 355. We'll keep going. Like a different day now. Rain's come over. The wind's swung round to the northwest, so we've got a bit of shelter. Looks very bleak to our right, to where the weather's coming from. Have to just put us bottoms on, haven't we, Jay?
Come on.
Hey? Kept going with rebaiting and trying to make something happen. We'll just have to low tide now. So we'll see how we get on. I'm just glad that we might be able to cast out a bit better. Now we haven't got that annoying wind. At least the weather's been nice to a degree. I haven't brought the rain and wind together.
That's just froze us first, then brought rain.
Yeah. So, see how we get on. Been getting a bite on this. Right, and Roddy get 2 knots. Took a little bit of line off and it stopped. Just wind a touch of line in. Oh. I'm having one more bait up after this one anyway, but yeah, right, I'll see if there's something on it. Just give me another nod, yeah. Right, it's just it's snagged up. I've just put it back up rod rest. I've just had another judder. You see it just a second ago, Jay? Yeah. I think you notice it. It's snag. We'll give it a couple of minutes and then pull for a break if it, or hopefully it'll swim out the snag. Or if you pull for a break, it's just my lead that's stuck. We'll see. It developed into nothing. I reeled in, I got my rig back. It dropped the lead. Last bait up for 2024 for North Wales. It's been a scream as always. We'll do a bit of analysis on the close down like, but let's hope we get another fish out before we go. Fingers crossed.
Dead.
Yeah, we're just last knockings at session now. It's a big tide, so it's right.
It's getting a bit vicious.
It's getting a bit vicious out there. If it had any wind behind it, it'd be over our heads. There's some, you get like a run-up corner here. You can't see it very well.
Rollers like above our head, isn't it?
They're higher than the rock face that we stood on, because it does set left, it's all right.
Calm now.
Yeah.
It'll go again in a minute. Yeah, it's building up, you can see it.
You very rarely get any rogue waves off the air unless you're fishing in an absolute storm.
We should be on here anyway.
Well, you should be on here anyway.
We've only had that once.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's calming up a bit.
We're gonna pack up in a minute anyway, and we'll close down back up at the property. Right, we're back up. All done for 2024 in North Wales. I don't think there'll be any more trips this year. I've said it before, and then end up coming back, but we're done. Truthfully, we're done. Looking back, it's not been the worst year. It's not been bad at all. There haven't been as many mackerel bites as what there has been in the last few years. It's been very poor for the mackerel. I've had one tote room this year. That's it. I've tried as hard as I've ever tried. Started the year using fixed spools. Casting's improved with the fixed spools, and I got given a Slosh 30. I've been having a go with that. Seem to be casting better with that. We're having the real low, so I've been used to having the real low when I've been using fixed spools, and I've managed to like perfect it a bit with the multiplier as well, even giving it a bit of swing and stuff. It was difficult today to do anything like that to start with because we had a really. You always have to be doing something in my videos, don't you? If you're not sniffling, if you're not sniffling, he's eating a spag bowl like it. Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah, nice one.
It's red up.
Yeah, so yeah, casting wise, I've been
That's
casting.
mentioned someone that's just had about fucking 5 meals.
Yeah, yeah. Casting wise, I've been casting further than what I've ever done this year. And it hasn't really paid dividends, really. I don't know why. Big baits, that is. The Huss have been obliging all year. We've had a series of small congers constantly throughout the year. Nothing of any size whatsoever. We've had a few pollock here and there. They've been pretty consistent. There's been a real good run of pouting going into autumn. They'll be there through the winter.
Basically, shit.
Yeah. But yeah, that been very spectacular at all. We fished. Yeah, we fished every single tide you could imagine. Rising, decreasing, big rising, decreasing, big tides. Yeah, we've done everything, and things as far as the tote goes, it just hasn't materialised. That is what it is. This weekend's been poor overall, but we love it down here. It's not like we're gonna go fish somewhere else or whatever. Not a chance. What we might do next year is if we hear reports of taupe or whatever coming out on a certain mark, we might hammer that mark on the back of that. I don't know. This year I refuse to do that. I refuse to do it forever, really. But the mark that we fish, it hasn't produced for us this year.
Don't chase fish at 6 feet.
Yeah, that's it. I begrudge travelling around the peninsula or travelling around Wales when I know.
Go killing on something, someone's got to catch nothing.
That's it.
Tope will be sat on your feet.
Yeah, that's it, isn't it? You've got to. Yeah, it means more catching fish on this mark to me than anywhere else as well. But we've had a good year overall. It's been really enjoyable. It's gone by.
My sister and catching a tope.
Yeah, it's gone by so fast. It really has gone by so fast.
Flew by this year, hasn't it?
Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed following the channel throughout the year as far as North Wales goes. I really appreciate your support and stuff, and I just hope you've enjoyed
Some cod fishing to come.
keeping tabs on it. There'll be some whiting fishing to come.
Cod.
There'll be a couple of whiting sessions to have before the end of the year
Cod.
on the River Humber. We're going to take some gear back with us. We're off back in the morning.
I'm good cod fishing, I don't know.
You're going to be winding Martin up, aren't you? You had caught on your blanks.
Yeah, exactly.
If nothing else, we might top the bait supply with some frozen whiting for the Huss early next year back down here.
I'm not going bait fishing.
Eh?
I'm not going bait
I'm
fishing.
going bait fishing. So we've had a really good
cod fishing.
we've had a really good year.
Yeah,
I think your PB was 12-2. Was that this year?
12-2.
That this year, or back in last year?
No, I think it'll
Back
into last year.
Back into last year, wasn't it? Last year.
Yeah.
Last weekend here, last year. Yeah, so I think the biggest Huss that's been caught on the channel this year is Martin's £11. 11. Yeah. And he come through for that weekend. So that's the biggest fish we've had on the channel this year. Well done to Martin. It's your PB as well.
Mine was last year.
Yours was last
winter,
year.
wasn't it?
You've had a big one at £11.4, wasn't it? This year.
No, this winter started.
I can't picture it. It might have actually been at the start of this year, but something tells me it won't.
Yeah, I thought last year.
That last session we did. Anyway, yeah, it's been alright. It's been brilliant for us as usual. You know, we're absolutely Huss magnets. I'm surprised we've never had something really special. You know, like a £15 or something like that, or bigger. But that I think that'll happen one day. I'm convinced it will. We've done everything we can this year. Honestly, we really have.
We're off the Huss mark,
Yeah. we're doing everything we can this year. Whether it's been me and Jay, whether Martin's been with us, yeah, whether Lincoln's been with us, whether Charlie's been with us, whether Jim's been down with us. We've always, whether we fished with in any session we've had on our own or I've been on my own or whatever.
It's been a mint year, hasn't it? Really?
Yeah, it's been a mint year. I've absolutely tried really hard. That's all you can do. So yeah, just keep it out channel. There'll be a couple of sessions coming back up before end of the year, I should imagine. I'm going to go for some cod on the River Humber, which is like 50 minutes from our houses. So
you can bring an horse to water, but you can't make it drink.
Yeah, that's it. That's a good analogy, isn't it? That you can bring a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. That's just sums it up, doesn't it? I'd be curious to know if anyone else has had much success on this end of the peninsula in North Wales this year. Just out of interest, I think generally the impression I get is that it's not been so good as what it has been in recent years, but could be wrong. So yeah, cheers for everyone that's joined us with fishing. Jim, Lincoln, Paul, we had a session on Whistling Sands earlier in the year. Charlie, Martin, was that everybody? My mate Dale and his brother from work. Yeah, that covers everybody. The kids that have had a go. Emily and Toby have had a go this year. Kieran's had a go. It's all added to the memories for the year. Thanks to everybody that's followed the channel. Had patience with some of the videos, some of the catches or lack of catches. If you want my to subscribe, if you're watching from a distance, that's fine. But just drop a subscribe in. Really appreciate you all. And thanks very much, basically. So we'll see you in a couple of weeks, hopefully. See you on the other side, yes. Going back in the morning.
£15 cod.
For a £15 cod we're going to get, yeah, in a week or two. Hey? Oh, Jay's getting a £15 cod. So, yeah, take it steady. Have a good one, and we'll see you very soon. Before Christmas, it'll be like next couple of sessions. So, nice one. Catch you later. Just a few highlights of 2024's fishing down in North Wales.